Hello friends, welcome back to another session with me, Sanyukta Saxena, Certified Zentangle Teacher. In today's session, we shall be learning a tangle pattern called Stoic, or also known by the name Toile. Looks like weaving or basket weaving or something like that, purely line-based pattern, open to various tangleations. And we'll learn how to draw the basic pattern today and shall also draw a tile together using the pattern and a few more patterns to go along, right? So let us get started. First learn how to draw the pattern Toile. I had already posted a tile on my page. Just in case you had a look, it shows how the pattern looks like. So the pattern Toile is generally drawn in a square grid, right? So I'm going to divide this into sections, right? And then I'm going to be adding these squares just like we do in the pattern decks, right? So I'm going to draw these squares inside these bigger squares, which is the grid, and then I'm going to ink it. Again, inking is a part of the original tangle. If you wish, you can vary, right? So ink all these. And then I'm going to be extending each of these sides to the side of the square opposite to it. So I'm going to extend this line to the opposite side. I'm going to extend this line to the opposite side, this side of the square to the opposite side or the side facing, and this side of the square to the side opposite or the side facing it, right? Doing the same exercise for all, extending this side of the inner square to the opposite side of the bigger square, like this, right? So extending this to the opposite, extending this to the line facing, extending this line to the line facing, extending this line to the line facing. This is the basic grid of the pattern Stoic or Toile. Right? So now we can add more lines inside each of these sections, or we can leave it here itself, right? You can see how it looks like. Inside looks like a hollow and then some kind of a weave, right? So you can either add lines here or you can leave it as it is. Again, these spaces give you ample of opportunities for tangleations. You can add a thicker line in between. You can add orbs in the center, right? So tangleations are innumerable. We are first learning how to draw the basic pattern. So this is the basic of the pattern Toile. How do we shade it? Shading is always on the intersections where lines are going under, right? So here these lines appear to be going under. So wherever they appear to be going under, that is the place we are adding the graphite at the intersections, right? So I'll show you how it would look like. So just blend this graphite. Right? So this is the look of the tangle Stoic or Toile. Nice weaving, right? So you can see the get up due to shading. You can always highlight the center and add graphite at both the ends. That's one more way, right? So add graphite here also. Merge, blend a bit. Right? So you have added it at both the ends, and then you can always use your chalk pencil and highlight the center. right? So that's one more way of doing it. So let me show you a few tiles where I've used the pattern, and we will draw another tile today, right? So this is a very simple tile using this pattern stoic in the center, just like a window, right? This is another tile, stoic as a filler, right? And some more patterns to go along with it. This is B-line and some printhems. It's just about the string that makes it so attractive. This is again Bronx Cheers flux and stoic in a circle, right? So the same grid but in a circle. So you can see how it looks like. Again, this is the teaser that I posted, stoic with Hollowborg, simple pattern. And this is the latest one which I just made today, right? So it is basically about the string, stoic inside, stoic inside, stoic, right? And how you can embellish the pattern instead of straight lines, some orbs, some muka, some printhems, some duda, right? So the embellishments possibilities are unlimited. So just explore and experiment. And let us start today's style. So I'm going to be using this string today. So I have basically drawn two squares, extended the outer square to the ends, right? So just going to string this, ink it. So I'm using my pen here, so you can use any pen, O1 or pen. So I would require these lines to be part of my stoic, so I am going to ink it. You may not ink a string depending on how you are going to be using it, right? So, but it's always drawn first in a pencil because you may change your mind by drawing the tile, right? So this is the string, and then I'm going to extend these to the outside and use this space for my twirl or stoic, right? So I'm just dividing this outer portion into sections. Right, so now let us get started. So I'm going to start right away drawing the smaller squares and going to ink it. Keep it the way it is supposed to be traditionally, the original tangle. I have already shown you how you can play around. Right, so I'm inserting the square in each of these bigger squares, the grid. Right, so continuing the same process of inserting those smaller squares inside the bigger one, right? So done with that. Now going to start with extending these lines to the opposite side like this. Feel free to rotate your tile if you're not comfortable extending the line, keeping the tile at one position. It's always better to rotate. Right, so once your hand is stable, then certain lines you can draw without rotating also. Right, so just extending each side of the inner square to the side facing it. Simple tangle to draw, has a woven look. and open too many tangulations, just as I showed you how you can play around with the spaces created inside. Right, so the last side, and the last one. Right, so the next step is to add one more line. I'm just going to add one more line. I don't see spaces for too many lines here, so keeping it simple. So going to add one more line like this. It looks like a brick setting, something like that, and pavements. I think the inspiration that Maria wrote about it was a doormat, as far as I remember. They saw this pattern on a doormat, and immediately, as Maria always carries her field book with her, she takes down the pattern and then they work on it, they deconstruct it and see how it can be made simpler and more easy to draw, so that it fits into the Zentangle definition of a tangle. So continuing with the process, let me finish it off. So I'm done with drawing my stoic, and then a thin aura inside. Moving on to our next angle. So again, there are a variety of tangles that you can choose from. So I'm going to be drawing the pattern droop inside. I think I'll switch my pen to PN only. So we have already learned how to draw the pattern droop, right? So I hope you can see it properly. Yeah. So going to outline each of these V shapes that has been created, V sections. Very similar to another pattern called fracas. Just the direction of the line changes. The curves that I'm going to add now. Right. So this is the basic grid of the pattern droop, and now these curves. Spaces are small, so go slow. Right. So you can always ink the entire thing and do away with the highlight. Entirely up to you. Right, so I'll do the same exercise throughout. We already know how to draw this pattern droop. right? So this is how the pattern group looked like after I have added those curves throughout, and then these edge marks, a very integral part of the pattern group. Right? So take your time and add those edge marks. So I am on the last one, adding those edge marks. Right, so we are done with our group. So the next is to use these sections for another tangle. I'm going to be drawing the pattern Mocha because enough of line work. So let's add something a little more organic here. So just enclosing these sections. Right, so now I'm going to be adding the pattern Elegant here. Right, so you can always choose a pattern of your choice. Please go ahead. There are so many tangles to choose from. You can add any. Right, so you can always add orbs here and there, add a flux inside. Right, so I will do exactly the same for all. Draw the pattern Elegant. Pattern derived from Mocha. Right, so I'll do exactly the same for the other two sections also. So as you can see here, I have drawn Mocha, added Mocha to all the four sides. Right, now these squares that are left, you can either leave it empty or you can add a pattern of your choice. You can always add some Knightsbridge here, or you can leave it empty as it is. Either ways it will look fine. It's not a rule that you have to fill up the entire tile. So at times empty spaces look pretty nice. So up to you, how do you want to use that space, or you want to leave it empty. Right, so I'm going to be keeping it simple. just added a touch of Knightsbridge, and now straight away move on to shading our tile, right? So I'm going to be adding real dark graphite in the inside. You can also use a gray watercolor pencil to emphasize the dark border. So since the spaces are small, I don't want to get into shading each element of my droop. I don't think it will show. It will go gray totally, so better to shade it as a whole. And then the way I showed you, adding graphite on the 4 crossings or intersections of my right. So Stoic, when you shade it this way, the lines, as I told you, seem to be going under, so it looks like a weave. So adding a touch of graphite where lines are intersecting each other. Spaces are small, so don't add too much. You want the white spaces also to show, so the blending should be minimal. Right, so we have done that. Now on the mukas, the pods, so just adding some graphite on the pods, on the flux from where they are emanating, from where lines are emerging. Right, so let us start blending. I'm just going to add some at the outside. Yep, so let us start blending now. So for the droop, I'm just going to pull the graphite towards the center, but again not cover the entire center. Leave the center white as a highlight. Right, so make the edges really dark, and then some blending on these. So go slow, don't cover up the entire Stoic, just blend the pencil. Right, I have shaded each and individual Stoic. Since it is a border, you can always think of shading on both sides of the line and not get into shading individual Stoic. So that is one more way. You can just add some graphite along the border and then highlight the center. Right, so that's one more way. So moving on to my flux and my mukas. Not blending much, just a touch. Spaces are small, so don't blend too much. So mocha is generally shaded on the pods. You highlight the pods or the heads. So take your time, go slow. Take deep breaths. Rotate your tile for your hand to be comfortable, right? And then just a touch on the outer square. Yep, that's about it. So let me pick up my chalk and just highlight the center of my droop a little bit. Right, just use another blending stump and soften the chalk. Right, so I think it's sufficiently dark, or you can always use a gray watercolor pencil as I told you. So I'm going to close my tile here. We have already finished our tile for today. So let me put my chalk, right, sign and date your tile. So take a moment to appreciate your tile, and I will meet again with another new Zentangle original, and that pattern will be Iowa, right? So we'll meet again. Do follow me on my Facebook page. Do subscribe to my channel. I'm also there on Instagram by the name sayukta.saxena. So till then, see you. Bye bye. Take care. Stay safe.